If you think too much about the past, you might be depressed. If you think too much about the future, you might be anxious. But have you ever considered thinking about now? Like, literally now. Actually, I think you should think about now. Right now. Can you do that? I can give you a few seconds to try. What did you notice? The first time I realized I could actually think about the present moment, I started looking around me. My laptop, my desk, the window, my coffee. The more I looked around the room, the more my surroundings started to look like a painting. It looked like a cute little room from a book. One of those rooms that, if I saw it in a storybook, I'd wish I could step into. I also started noticing the pattern on my curtains, which I had never really noticed before. Like, if you asked me to draw it for you before that moment, I probably wouldn't have remembered what it looked like. But that's something I definitely would have done easily as a child. In fact, I still remember the patterns on a mug I had when I was 6. Then I realized, wow, I'm actually experiencing what it felt like to be a carefree child again. And then, the more I tried to keep the past and future out of the picture, the more bored I started getting. So bored that I felt like I had to come up with something to do. But I decided that whatever I did had to have nothing to do with the past or the future. So I kept looking around the room, and then I thought, damn, that's why we used to play as kids. That's the kind of boredom we were dealing with. But since my brain is more developed now than when I was 6, I decided to use GarageBand to make a track, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel like I had to be doing something more productive. I also didn't lose focus every 2 minutes because I knew there was nothing else I could really do with my boredom while staying away from the past and future. All I'm describing is just the actual experience of living in the moment, the thing that sounds so cliché and unattainable, because what do you even mean, live in the moment? Seriously. Now, I know I can't do this experiment all day, every day, because I have responsibilities and a real life to deal with. But just doing it for 1 hour on a weekend made me feel so rejuvenated and fresh, and most importantly, engaged and focused for the rest of the week. Let me know if you try this and how it feels for you.